So there's been a lot of positive response on Hasbro's Lightning Collection line. Uh, Everybody loves it. I mean, I think I've only seen maybe one or two people say that they had issues with it, mainly just minor paint defects, things like that. Um, but I am really enjoying the line. I plan on getting a lot more from the line. I'm not going to get every single one like a lot of people want. Um, Therefore, I'm not going to be doing reviews on every single one. But I am going to be purchasing and reviewing the ones that obviously the wife and I do want for our collection. Um, and what I have for you today is the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger and Mighty Morphin Putty. Now, I understand why they call it Mighty Morphin Putty, because it's from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I don't think Putty's morph, so just call it a Putty. That works just fine. First off, I love the box that this comes in. This was purchased. This was the last one that the wife found at our local GameStop for $40, believe it or not. So easily twice the price of just one Lightning Collection figure. Even though GameStop has an annoying habit of hiking up the price a little bit on said recommended price for these figures. I think you can find them in like Walgreens and Walmart's, Targets. You can find them for about $20 a piece. But at GameStop, individually, the Lightning Collection figures are going for about 22 or 23 bucks. So I'm really surprised that this wasn't like $32.99 or I mean $42.99 or anything like that. So, but no, it was $39.99, so it was $40 for the two, which is a good deal. Before anybody says anything, saying, "Oh," in the comments section, basically saying, "Oh, I'll buy that Green Ranger from you," or "I'll buy that Putty from you." Let me straighten something out real quick. The wife bought this with both her and my intentions. We just want the Green Ranger. We don't want this Putty. We're not big into collecting villains. So this Putty that you see right here has been sold already. I was going to say, oh, it's for sale, and first up for grabs, first person to comment me gets it. But no, it actually sold already. I haven't unboxed it. I sold this yesterday. I'm going to unbox it today, show it to you guys, and then I'm going to package it right up and ship it right back out. So shout out to Brian Elliott on Facebook, who literally purchased this Putty within 1 minute of me posting it on Facebook in the Ranger store, several Ranger stores on Facebook. I was absolutely astonished that it sold so quickly. But since I keep track of everybody on the Ranger stores on Facebook, seeing what everybody's into, what everybody's looking for, I knew people were going to be wanting this Putty, because everybody's saying, "Oh, I want to build a Putty army. Gotta build a Putty army. Want more than one for their displays and their dioramas and whatever have you." So, yeah, didn't want the Putty, so it literally sold it off in 1 minute. Thank you, Brian Elliott. This will be shipped out this Friday, along with several other things that I've sold here in the last couple of weeks. So, all right. Tape. All right. But like I said, I do love the box that these come in. These are very nice boxes. The back, very nice picture of them posed. I guess the pose could be better, but hey, that's what collectors are for, to pose them better. I don't know if Hasbro has any intentions on releasing a Green Ranger version, a standalone Green Ranger version for the Lightning Collection. If they do, I know people are already saying they don't want it to be the Fighting Spirit version. They want it just to be the normal Green Ranger version, or even the Bat in the Sun version, which I'm not a fan of. It looks okay. It's cool. I guess it's cool enough. I'm just not a fan of that version of the Green Ranger. And as you see, both of these figures come with all of the accessories that you can think of that they're supposed to come with. Obviously, the Green Ranger here, he comes with an extra hand. It's hard to see. He comes with a green special effect. Comes with a Sword of Darkness, which is way better painted than the Sword of Darkness from the Legacy line, which I'll get that down here in a second and compare that. But I'm already noticing that the Dragon Dagger is not as well painted as the Legacy version. So we're gonna end up seeing something really funny with this. This is gonna be interesting. All right. Need instructions? I don't think. Wait, I need instructions. Don't need instructions. Put the box aside. All right, here. Well. All right. Looking good. Comes with, the Green Ranger comes with 2 extra hands, interchangeable hands. Sword of Darkness, Dragon Dagger, green lightning special effect, and it comes with a ponytailed Tommy Oliver head, just like the White Ranger of the Lightning Collection. So far, so good. There is some over chipping, like some paint chipping on the putties under his chin right here, like just some excess plastic, like he wasn't carved clean from the mold, so they left a little bit of trim there. That could be taken off with like an X-Acto knife or something, so that's not a big issue. Already noticing some things that are wrong with the Green Ranger for sure. Once again, I don't know if it's how they mold these things, but right on the chin of the helmet there. Again, I don't know if my camera's resolution is going to pick that up all too well. But there's like some paint scratching, some molding imperfection in the plastic on the chin of both of these figures. That's a little disappointing. First, I'm going to get the putty out. Let me go ahead and get the putty out of the way. Putty comes with interchangeable hand and like a rock club for one of his hands instead of the bladed version, because there were several different versions of the putties in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Some with club hands, some with bladed hands, some just with regular stone fists. Nothing special. The putty comes with a little blast effect here. I'm not quite sure why. I've never seen the putties fire anything or blast anything like that, so that's a little bit strange, but I do like the way the little effect looks, I suppose. Again, very soft, very rubbery kind of plastic material. It's even though it's got some edges, some points on it, they're very soft. You really wouldn't be able to hurt anybody with this. So this is pretty safe for kids. So that's a good thing, considering the toys. All these toys say ages 4+. So that's really good. Of course, the kid can still put it in its mouth and try to eat it. But again, if you've got a 4-year-old out there that's going to try to eat plastic, you might want to think about higher education. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and put that aside. Go ahead and pop out his hand. His little club fist here. Ugh. All right. We just have a simple putty stone hand. Open instead of the closed fist that's on here. A big old rock club part for the hand, so that's cool. They're pretty solid. Like these are solid. I mean, got a little bit of flex to it, but for the most part, I mean, fingers are supposed to have good flex to it, so that is really good. You can articulate. You could even put other things in its hands, so it can be holding other weapons, like set up a diorama to where the putty stole one of the Ranger's weapons or something. So you could do all sorts of stuff with these. So I am really enjoying the interchangeable accessories that come with the Lightning Collection. Now, let's pop the putty out. Now, I already know that a lot of people who are purchasing the putties, they're repainting them. They're just completely repainting them. Because while putties are somewhat of a drab color, everybody's repainting them a nice shiny metallic silver, which I suppose they are supposed to be more of a silverish color, especially Lord Zed's putties. I'm actually wondering when somebody's going to try to convert one of these putties into one of Lord Zed's version of putties, where they had the more of the chest armor with the Z on the chest. Maybe Hasbro will release Lord Zed putties along with everything else. It would have been cool if the Green Ranger came with the Rita putty and the White Ranger came with the Zed putty. That would have been way cooler. I don't know why they totally dropped the ball, missed the mark on that one, I think. But again, for a putty, when it comes to a putty, it looks good. Anybody who wants a putty out there, I mean, look into getting one, because they're good. Just, you know, like many people are doing, just repaint it, make it look more screen accurate, and then there you go. But as far as the details and articulation, of course, like all of the Lightning and Legacy collection, they all pivot, all the joints pivot, the neck moves, the head. I'm guessing the head pops off just like the Green Ranger would for the interchangeable heads. But since putties didn't come with any interchangeable head, it'd be really funny if you put like Tommy's head on the putty. That'd be really, really funny. And I'm pretty sure people are going to be doing that just as jokes. Ha ha. But I digress. Again, it pivots well, just like all of them. The chest, everything moves from side to side as it should. Ankles, knees, elbows, shoulders. Well, speaking of shoulders, if anything, what in the world? This putty does not seem to want to move its left arm very much. It's kind of stiff. Maybe it just needs worked out. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be able to go up. So, ooh. Be careful. But, again, the putty, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the putty a solid, I'll give the putty a solid 8. 8 out of 10, guys. Really, really good and solid. So, Brian Elliott, look for this coming in the next week or two. Thank you for your purchase. And if anybody was wondering, I just sold the putty. I sold the putty for about 25 bucks. Yeah, a little bit higher than what you can get in the store, but because people are looking for these like crazy, they want nothing but putties apparently from this Green Ranger 2-pack, and people are selling the Green Ranger. You figure it'd be the other way around, but I just think it's because we haven't had a good quality putty figure in any line for a long time. So, if ever. So obviously that's why people are going crazy over the putty. So I guess I can understand, but at the same time, it's Power Rangers. Wouldn't you want to collect the Power Rangers first and foremost? It's whatever. Alrighty. Well, now we're going to get on to the Green Ranger, which is what I was excited for. Again, we have a nice, very, very flexible green lightning effect here. Obviously, you could wrap this around the Sword of Darkness or around one of their arms or a leg or something like that and just make a cool little diorama effect for the figure. Again, very, very flimsy. This looks like it would be very fragile. So if you were to just basically give it a good pull on both ends, it would probably just come right apart. So be careful with this, guys. Be very, very careful with this. Don't let your little kids or your pets or anything get a hold of that, because that will not last 30 seconds in a dog's mouth, I assure you. 2 interchangeable hands here. I'm going to go ahead and keep those in the package. I'm not going to take the hands out at the moment. I will, however, remove all of the accessories, such as the Sword of Darkness. I'll pop this out. Okay. Already noticing the Sword of Darkness is painted better than the Legacy version. However, the Legacy version is missing the tassel. This has the tassel. I like that. However, this is just as flexy and flimsy as the Legacy version, but look at that. Look at that bend. I know it's just an action figure, but God, that is a bad warping in that. I mean, obviously it looks fine from the side, from either side, but once you line that up straight, ooh. Don't likey. All right, we got Dragon Dagger. Pull that out, and oh man, they dropped the ball on the Dragon Dagger. They are missing a lot of paint details on this. A lot of paint details on this. Where's all the gold accents? I see a few, but ugh. And then once again, look at that. Look at the warping in that. It's leaning this way. In this way when you hold it this way. Basically, it's just leaning to the left, no matter which way you have it here. Wow. The legacy version is way better. You know what? Let me get on to the rest of the figure here, and then I'm going to compare the legacy Green Ranger with this Lightning Collection Green Ranger. Here's the head. It is virtually the same head as what comes with the Lightning Collection and NPR White Ranger. So if you're thinking it's going to have a different hairstyle or facial expression, nope, it is exactly the same as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger, which I reviewed a couple weeks ago. Now for Tommy himself here. Well, this is the Fighting Spirit version Green Ranger that was featured only in one scene from Power Rangers Dino Thunder, the episode where Tommy was in a coma and had to fight all three of his former Ranger powers, excluding Turbo, because as I've said before, and I'm sticking to my guns, Turbo is no longer Tommy's power, no matter how much people want it to be. Okay, guys. Well, first off, I've got some issues with this figure. I can almost see why some people are selling this figure. Number one, Dragon Dagger holster on the wrong side. It's supposed to be on this side. And it's the wrong color. It's supposed to be black. As I've stated when I first opened it, there is the paint and molding imperfections on the chin of the helmet. Again, I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but that is I don't like that. There is some chipping, some mold chipping around the elbow, on the inside of the elbow joints. I think I have seen one other person on the Ranger store complaining about that. Again, all the joints, everything pivots the way that it should. I'm not going to complain about the way everything works, or the way the joints work. But, yeah. The belt buckle, guys. The belt buckle. I'm disappointed in that. Not only is it the wrong color, it's supposed to be gold, but it's off-center. You can kind of see right there how it looks like it's clipping into itself. It should be further this way, more centered. The dragon shield is nice, I suppose. Again, I wish it was more of a gold color and not such a kind of a like a yellowed gold in a way. And I guess the final thing I have to complain about is what up with the neck? Like, what up with the distance from like collarbone to chin? Like, it looks like he's shrunk. He's like shrugging down, like he's got no neck. Why does it do that? I'm thinking maybe the helmet might be a little larger than scale than what it should be. Not to mention the body itself looks a little thick, like Tommy's been packing some donuts or something. I just don't know. This is a little bit odd, guys. I don't want to run this too long, but real quick, I am going to bring down my Legacy Green Ranger, and oh man, guys, alrighty, guys. Again, I said before when I was reviewing the Tommy Legacy Collection that I'm not a fan of the over-embellished muscular definition, like when it comes to the abs, but I can overlook that in this case just for the fact that, I mean, look, guys. Legacy version, Lightning Collection. Even the shade of green is different. Yeah, granted, the Legacy version is missing the silver teeth on the visor, but that's the only paint imperfection aside from missing paint on the weapons accessories, which I can always paint myself. But wow, at this point, guys, I'm sorry to say, the Lightning Collection pales in comparison to the Legacy. At this point. I do, however, like the White Ranger Lightning Collection figure a little better than the White Ranger Legacy. But when it comes to the Green Ranger, guys, Legacy is still the one you want. This is the one you want, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down real quick, and I'm going to show you. I'm gonna compare the Dragon Daggers. That's a good idea. That is a really good idea. Compare the Dragon Daggers, because just wow, just wow, just wow. All right, look at that. Again, I hope the resolution isn't too bad. Hope you can at least see what I'm talking about. The Legacy, it wins by far. By far. Wow. Wow. That is crazy, guys. That is absolutely 100% nuts. But hey, they're both better than the Super Mega Force 5-inch figure line, where the Dragon Dagger is completely solid gold. He's missing his gold armbands. There is no silver painting on the teeth of the visor. And the Morpher is also just static gold and not painted properly. So, obviously, the Lightning Collection is going to be better than the Super Mega Force basic line Green Ranger figure. But in comparison to the Legacy, there almost is no comparison. Legacy is what you want to go with when it comes to a Green Ranger action figure. So that's my opinion, guys, and that was my unboxing, guys. So let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Are you going to be buying this Green Ranger Putty 2-pack just for the Putty or just for the Tommy? And also, let me know what you think about the differences between the Lightning Collection Green Ranger and the Legacy Collection Green Ranger. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you plan on buying? Which ones do you plan on never buying? Let me know, guys. And until my next video, I'll see you all next time, Ranger Nation. Later.